Hey, RFD Polar fans, Army Armstrong, along with my old buddy Greg Randall here, and this weekend we're coming to you from the granddaddy of them all. It's got to be Bowling Green, Ohio. Yeah, I tell you what, this pull is the pull that can make your career. And it's kind of interesting because the pro stock class we're going to be seeing today is kind of a class that's the battle of the brands, meaning the manufacturers. But something else, Greg, that I find interesting, other than a real tight point race, is the fact that this class has got so many vehicles. Some are going to start in the daylight and pull, and this class will end at night. Will that make any difference?
Well, it certainly may, Army. You know, with the nearly 40 pro stockers in competition here tonight, that definitely could play a role. But right now, six-time NTPA defending champion Larry Shope and his Iron Dragon John Deere, he leads the way. And I say defending, he's actually won 6 times. Last year's champion was the Lemke's, but he's being chased by both green and red. There's virtually 12 points separating the top 5, so it ought to be really a well-fought event here tonight. Let's go to Ashley Corzine, who's with Larry Shope.
Hi, Greg and Army. This is exactly what Bowling Green, Ohio is good for. Bringing out guys like Larry Shope with the Iron Dragon, who have got 6 national championships, and of course he's also going after another one of these prestigious rings. Stay tuned to see if he can pull it off today.
Hey, speaking of today, Bowling Green, Ohio, middle of August is the greatest place to be in the world, especially when you're watching this class.
Yeah, the pro stock class, 10,000 pounds, single turbocharger. This is Dennis Borson to start us off. Green Line Express, John Deere 720.
Started fluttering on me about the 250-foot mark. The distance is going to come up at a 300.4, so that's not a bad pull at all. But look at that grandstand behind him. We got a lot of people in Bowling Green.
Yeah, 2 trucks, 2 tracks too. We got 2 wheel-drive trucks on the other side, so you might hear some of those sounds as Phil Parrish rolls out here with El Nino. This is a Case IH MX 285.
That'd be a good name for a storm.
It sure would. I'll tell you what, Phil, that's a clean-looking machine there if you like the red brand.
It is. All the red people are going to be cheering for him. 300.4 distance. Yeah, we're going to take a ride with him. Watch the weight box come up in the right corner. NTPA track official right there, and that's the name of the game.
Muscles are passing.
Philip, it looked awesome. You're the first one to really blow it out the gate. There's a pull-off now, so tell me what you have planned.
Well, I'll probably move a little weight around. I had to break it pretty hard just then. I was afraid it was going to go out of bounds, so we'll probably move some weights around. There'll be a bunch more to get out.
Yeah, it's interesting. In this sport, like we said before, it's the only sport you have an advantage to be heavy. Now, Mike Linder's going to come out.
This is John Deere 4320. The Linder brothers have been around since about 1980. 5-time NTPA Grand National Pro Stock champions. So a lot of experience in the seat here is Mike Linder.
He went past that NTPA official at the 100-foot mark. There's somebody standing with the flag to make sure the run is official. This one was and netted a 303 with the 3, and Linder not going to get the shot he wants out of that thing. You know, one thing that amazes me about this sport is how close the track officials are to these vehicles in case anything happens. They're just feet away, Greg.
That's for sure, but they're on their toes at all times. You got to be, no doubt about it. This is Dan Lemke. This is the defending champion machine, New Generation Plus, and it looks like it's going to be a pull-off fest here at Pulltown, USA here tonight because you got to get past 300 to get the pull-off. 310 to guarantee a spot, looks like tonight.
Just a tick. Let's see what we're going to come up with. 304. What you're looking for is anything on the other side of the 310. He didn't get it. As thousands of people look on.
Well, speaking of trying to get it done, this is the Get Her Done Deere of Brian Schromick. And if Brian looks familiar, you've also seen him on the Youngblood Superstock diesel tractor. He's defending his championship, the Super Stock Diesel, and he's trying to get his first one in the Pro Stock class. It's John Deere 7830, Williamsburg, Missouri.
What we got here, 306 with a 1. We're staying just shy of that 310. These are all good bulls.
Definitely so. It's definitely a shot down the track here tonight at Bowling Green. And, you know, as we've said in the past, you get past 300, that's usually a good distance here at Bowling Green. It's going to take everything you got to get past 310, it appears. Don Masterson rolls out, Grandview, Indiana, with the Tinker toy.
Yeah, this guy's from down around my area. I'm from Warrensboro, Kentucky. He's right across the river from us. So see what he can do. He definitely is a player. The class is interesting. The sun is going down right now. See where the shadows are? Did he do it? I don't know. 310's the number we're looking for. No, shy. 308 with a 9, not going to be in the playoff.
Well, right now he kind of is, though, Army. But there's a lot of shots back there. That's why I think 310 is going to take it. We've got one passer now in Philip Parrish, and I think there's 40 in the class. There's a lot back there. This is Bill Miller. He's out of Dubuque, Iowa, and this is the Cruisin' Mule, IH 1060 or 1466, I should say, and 466 bored out to around that 680 cubic inch limit for most of these machines, right?
Cruisin' Mule, red color, full pull. You got to make it get out of it, get back in this thing. Boy, a lot of liquid coming out the overflow on it.
Yeah, 301 and a 5. Another one past 300 won't be good enough for the pull-off tonight. But hey, it's Bowling Green, Ohio. Stay tuned.
Best of America by Horseback. We invite you to tune into Rural TV as host Tom C. takes viewers to a different trail riding destination. From the Outer Banks of North Carolina to the Alaskan wilderness, this program showcases a different trail riding experience each week. Join horseback outfitter and trailmaster Tom C. as he shows off the beauty of America by horseback, only on Rural TV. Best of America by Horseback. We invite you to tune into Rural TV as host Tom C. takes viewers to a different trail riding destination. From the Outer Banks of North Carolina to the Alaskan wilderness, this program showcases a different trail riding experience each week. Join horseback outfitter and trailmaster Tom C. as he shows off the beauty of America by horseback, only on Rural TV.
NTPA Championship Pulling Series, presented by Pennzoil. It's not just oil, Pennzoil. Also brought to you in part by Chevrolet Trucks, the official truck of the National Tractor Pullers Association. By Enderley Fuel Injection. By R&L Carrier. By U-Crate, an R&L Carriers company. Senpico Lubricants. The United Soybean Board. NTPA's 2008 season, sponsored by Soy Biodiesel and the Soybean Checkoff. And by Max Brake. The revolution in brake control is here. Max Brake. And other fine supporting sponsors. And now back to Greg Randall and Army Armstrong.
Hey, welcome back, pulling fans. I tell you what, we knew we were going to have a big class here today. As a matter of fact, 40, but so far, 7 have pulled it. Only one's made a full pull. Is there anybody else back there that can do it?
Well, right now, we've got a fantastic run by Philip Parrish and El Nino. He blasted past 310. The Lemkes and Linders didn't quite get to 310. They're kind of in a precarious situation. It does look like a pull-off party in Pull Town, USA here in Bowling Green, Ohio. Might as well go back to the action and see what else is coming our way, Army.
We got a plethora of pullers. Elvin Dolman comes out now, making a shot in a unique chassis setup with the engine. Greg, tell us a little bit about this, because you don't just find this everywhere.
Well, yeah, this tractor is unique because it's an AGCO, but he's using a 40 Series Detroit engine on. It must be a replacement diesel single turbocharger on the Hurricane Alice. And you don't see too many pro stockers in NTPA competition from Kansas, although there's many pro stockers out in the Midwest and so forth. But he's coming to Bowling Green to try to take home the win.
That was a good-looking run.
Wow.
You just got it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Distance, full ball.
Elvin, 311 feet, and you made it look easy in a class that's not been able to make it look easy all night. Tell me a little bit about the pass.
It's a good track. We utilized it. A lot of good tractors sitting out there yet, though. But we'll be ready for the pull-off.
What is your plan?
Same thing. Not going to change a thing. Just going to run and go.
Okay, now what she's talking about is moving. Are you going to move weight around or what? Because weight plays such a role in here. And it's really interesting because Larry Shope comes out, and this guy is in a sport for brute horsepower. And then the other half of it, you got to be like a ballerina. You got to be able to balance these things out.
Right now, this is the current points leader coming out here on the Iron Dragon, 44-30.
On his fan club with him too. Fear the Iron Dragon. Let's see what's going to happen. Iron Dragon. Oh, something bad went away. You got liquid coming out the bottom, smoke out the top, and he's sitting there shaking his head. A 297 with a 9.
He just lost a motor there, Army.
True
Parts
grit
going out
comes
the
out.
bottom.
This is interesting. The driver, he's actually got a panel. Lance Little comes out, and you watch him, you can see him moving around in there. And see what he's pumping the brake. Actually, if you get the wheels up in the air, that's how you steer these tractors, with the brake. But you got to remember, every time you tag a brake, they say it costs you about 10 feet. Let's see what this kid's going to do. True grit. Made a relatively straight run. A 305 with a 9. 310 is what we're looking for. They'll put it back in the trailer for another day.
Hopefully that'll hold up for him for a top 10 finish out of 40. That's a pretty good finish.
Yeah, you got 40 in the class, but everybody wants to come to Bowling Green.
This is Kevin Schmucker out of Louisville, Ohio, and he's a long-time puller. This is the Rampage, nice component John Deere machine here coming out to take his turn.
Notice the lights flashing on the sled he's pulling. That indicates that everything's hooked up properly. Yeah. Hey, look at here. He's showing it still can be done.
Wow,
309 with a 7, just a tick off of that 310.
That puts him in the third spot for our pull-off currently, as we've got Philip Parrish, Elvin Doman, and now Kevin Schmucker in third place. But 310's going to get the deal done, and he's on our bubble, Kevin Schmucker. But out rolls Dennis Borson with his second entry. It's Green Line Express number 2.
Kind of Borson has been down this track once. He knows what it's going to take. The sun's gone down. Moisture stays in the track now. So you got to drive this just a little bit different. Let's see if Dennis has got this figured out. Got to get a full pull to be a player in bowling. Wow, that guy came down the right side of that track like he was on rails. He'll be back in the pull-off a full ball.
So now we got a green one out. We got an orange, a red, and a green. Dennis Borson just knocks out Kevin Schmucker.
That's not over yet. This Kane kid, they call him Chris Kane. He likes to play a little sit-down poker. He's going to lay his hand on the table right now.
The Ace's Wild Machine comes to us, and a long-time pulling family. And he's right now third in the point, so he's looking to move up. You know, Larry Shope had that blown engine there earlier in the class.
Well, I can't watch him. He's had the chance to watch everybody else, see if he learned anything from him. Yeah, he's happy. A little hand jive coming up there. Full pull. We'll see this guy again. He gets to move up to the winner's table now.
It doesn't get any better than this for the Pro Stock pull-off at Bowling Green. All 3 colors. Stay tuned to see which one can pull it off.
Well, here we are, Bowling Green, the NTPA National Championship. And man, we are up to our neck in pull-off, and every color seems to be showing up. It's got a rainbow effect out there for this class, doesn't it, Greg?
It sure does, and Philip Parrish rolls out here, and you know, he definitely did a fine job to kind of be the first guy to get past 310, and he's going to set our pull-off mark. We do have a floating finish, so it's going to be go as far as you can for these 10,000-pound pro stocks.
Yeah, this guy's out of the Bluegrass Straight, called from Marion, Kentucky. Home, drops the visor down, right hand on the throttle. The track looks good. All the Case fans are standing. They're going to be pulling for this guy. Up on the RPM. That's it. Go time. Man, good run. That guy's got a lot of weight, but it sets, you talk about sitting over the axle at 289 with the 2. His weight is on the axle, it looked like. That's going to be the shot we go after him. Man, Elvin's going to be coming out now with that weird combination.
Elvin comes out, and you don't see too many Echo Alice's in the Pro Stock class, but this is a great running machine, and out of the state of Kansas. So that 289 and change for the lead. Yeah, balance is going to be key.
Only 4 guys made the pull-off, so he's got something to brag about, going home and saying, I made the pull-off. My Golden Harvest sponsored vehicle is the biggest pull of them all. Lights green, he's hooked to the sled. Time to talk and walk the walk. Man, he went left to right to left. That's going to really hurt him because the weight box is coming up at 288 even.
Just a foot shy of that #1 leader, Philip Parrish. That is one of the big bullets.
Yeah, no, we got 2 more guns coming out of this guy. These guys aren't bullets. These are the whole guns that are coming after you now.
And Dennis Borson is a former Grand National champion, and he and his wife Stacy toured the circuit, and very formidable with their 2 machines. And 2 of our pull-off contestants came at the end of the class, so still some heat in those engines left, so maybe a detriment, maybe a help. We'll find out here soon enough.
Yeah, but they know what this track is going to do more than the guys that pulled early. The old Hudsonville, Michigan guy didn't do a bad job with that puppy. A 307 with the 6.
He laid some serious number, 18 feet on the leader. So, wow, great run for Dennis. Got one more to watch here as Chris Kane rolls out on the Aces Wild.
Okay, now this is interesting. In a class of 40 vehicles, he drew dead last. He was the last one to pull. So if anybody knows anything about this track, it's him. This is basically the same track he pulled on just a few minutes ago. Now the question here, heat in the engines. Is he going to help you? Is it going to hurt you? This is where we're going to find out here. I don't think he thinks he's got a problem with the engine. He thinks he can make the horsepower if he can just spot that sled. And remember, the driver can spot the sled wherever he wants it. If he can spot that sled, he can win this Bowling Green thing, and that's what he's thinking right now. Right now, what he's thinking, he's got in his crosshairs, he's got a green John Deere he's going to be going after with the lead distance of 307 with the 6. It's red, get green. All in. This guy's going to take the win right here. What a run. A 307 with the 9. Well, we told you it's going to be a good class. We had to wait till the absolute end. That's no kidding to find out who's going to win this thing.
Yeah, wow, Chris Kane and Aces Wild 0.3 of a foot over the rest of the field. And what a colorful field it was. We had, we had International, we had John Deere, and we had the Agco Alice. You don't see that very much in the Pro Stock class. Very well balanced.
What was interesting to me is he drew last, period. He was the last to pull first round and the last to pull in the pull-off.
Good for the win. Let's go down trackside with Ashley, who's with Chris Kane.
Chris, before this pull even started, I saw you out here on the track. We were talking about you being the last hook in the class, and we talked about whether that was a good thing or a bad thing with the sun going down, and you told me you thought it might be a good thing. I think it was a good thing.
Yes, it was. It worked out in our favor. We had a perfect run. Couldn't do anything better, and just glad we came back with a hot motor and beat all those deers.
Well, of course that feels good, but nothing like coming out and being the last tractor in the pull-off and blowing past them.
Yeah, it feels real good to compete against all these guys. Any one of these guys can win any day. It's just a great bunch of guys. Especially when you got 38, it's hard to compete against them all.